Good morning. It's day 20 of our 30-day actor journaling challenge. Thanks for being with us. Yesterday we talked about branding. Today we're going to implement that across some other things and also talk about some other stuff. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Morning, everyone. Morning, Sophia. Morning, Sarah. All of our meditations are up on weaudition.com. So that's something exciting for this week and something that I'm excited about. Lovely to have you all here. Lovely to have you here. If you're new, we had lots of new people yesterday. You can download our template for what we're talking about every day at weaudition.com/blog. And just go down there to the 30-day challenge and you will see a template for the work that we do every day or the information that you can fill out every day, and also a run chart if you're going to do a challenge. It's nice to tick them off as you go along, because that's good for your happiness hormones to be able to tick things off a list as we go. So good morning. It's Tuesday. Right, Tuesday at the top of your list. How are you all? Are you okay? I hope you've had a good start to the week so far. Lots more to do. Maybe you're having a relaxing week. Maybe you're having a week contemplating what's up for the future. I hope it's going to be a good one, whatever it is. At the top, pop the date in there as well. We're not going to put day something of something, but on Saturday, remember, I want to start a 7-day sprint starting on Saturday. So have a think about what you're going to do there. Have a think about what you're going to do there. Wherever you are in the world, starting on Saturday kind of works, and then we're going to do 7 days. Now, last night, let's talk about last night, or in the morning for you in America. Darren from We Audition spoke to Ramani Leah, casting director of Criminal Minds, amongst many other things, and she dropped some value bombs. She said so much good stuff. I'd really urge you to go and have a look at that. There's some great stuff on there. Darren always does great interviews when he chats to casting directors and their ways of working. But she said some great stuff, and it reinforces what I've been saying for a long time about creating your own stuff for your reel. So I'd really like you to consider creating something yourself for your reel, maybe as part of your sprint next week. Come to that in a minute. Right, introduce yourself to me. Hello, I'm Richard. I'm CTO of We Audition, and I'm an actor. There we go. I should do what I've been saying, actually, something private and something personal. That would be good. I'll have to think about that. What might I say that's private and something personal? Well, there's something private you know about me. I like to do a journal every morning, and that's something I've shared with you now for the last 20 days, and I'm really pleased that you're sticking with it. If you're new here, don't worry, stick with it for 10 days. If you want to keep going, you can either look back at the old ones or you can fill out the sheet every morning on your own. It's a really beneficial thing for your life, and it's really helped me massively. So I really recommend it. I am grateful for as well. Are there 3 things that you can write down that you're grateful for? What are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for some great things right now. There's some really good things happening right now. I'm grateful we launched our meditations on weaudition.com. Always grateful for the community and amazing pro members, and for Darren and his hard work, and for Robin and their hard work. Really good things happening at We Audition, and I am massively grateful for them. I am as well. Pop down 3 things that I am. Yeah, JD said that he was on there last night. That was so good last night morning. Yeah, there was such good stuff. So have a look at that later on with Ramani Leah. She's cast director of Criminal Minds, amongst other things, and she also is part of a collective that helps people with their reels. And she said such great things about reels, coming from people who actually cast stuff, not actors who are not working, or people who are doing advice without being as part of the business. Really useful stuff. Really useful stuff. Write down 3 things that you deserve as well. What do you deserve? 3 things that you deserve. What do you deserve? What do you deserve? Tell me 3 things. 3 things. You do deserve those things as well. You do deserve them. You do. Write them down. 3 things that you deserve. And are there some things that you accept? Maybe some things have happened recently. Some stuff happened to us yesterday. I'm going to write that down and I'm going to cross it out. I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm going to move on. I don't need that to define my life. I don't need that to define my day. I'm just going to move on. I'm going to power through, because you only lose if you give up. Pop that down in there. And let's do I love as well. 3 things that I love. I'm going to put that in there today as well. I love a person. I love a feeling. And I love a thing. Maybe. You can make this up as you like, but quite often I do that about the sprint that I'm doing. If I'm doing a sprint and it has a certain subject, like say a self-tape or a recutting show reel or reworking show reel, I might do that as part of that as well. That really, really helps. I love my job, I love my work, and I love the process. My personal actor brand as well. Write that down. Hopefully, yesterday, you have redefined that a little bit. Hopefully, that gave you some food for thought. Hopefully, you've got a better idea about what your actor brand is. Pop that down here as well. I want to mention here a little bit about what Darren's talked about with Ramani yesterday as well. So Darren has a have a look at his reel. Actually, we posted it yesterday on the social medias. He's been playing a certain type of character. Now it's testament to his success that he's managed to figure out what that is and market that. So he was playing drug dealers and gangsters, and that was his thing. So he's moving up now into a different area where he's able to sidestep into different genres, but he's managed to get those jobs. He's managed to get that work because of his history, because of his credits, because of his style, because of his marketing materials. That's something that's worked very well for him. It's something that can work well for you as well. And something Ramani said yesterday, massive value bomb. You don't need to have credits to book your first job. If you're doing a guest star for the day, which is like a few lines on a big TV show, it could be a massive TV show, but a few lines, you don't need credits. She will cast anyone. She'll look for anyone without any credits. It's a massive value bomb. Everyone thinks they need to have big credits to be able to do these big shows. You don't. Those entry-level jobs are open to everyone. Massive value bomb dropped last night. Right. Yesterday, something great happened, didn't it? Write down what that was. And did you say that you'd do something? Write that down. Tick it off if you did it. Hopefully you said you'd do some actor branding things and you did those. Hopefully you did. Hopefully it was really useful. I had a lot of emails and messages on the DMs to say that they found that very, very useful. And I really appreciate you doing those things because I think it's really valuable for our business. Like it or not, we have to do it. Today, are you going to do one thing? Is there something you're going to do today? Have you got self-tape? Have you got an audition you need to prep for? What are you going to do today? What's the one thing you're going to do today? Are you going to have a think about, set some time aside to have a think about what your sprint's going to be, or if you could record something for your own show reel to put together part of your show reel? Is there something you can do? Are you going to check out our meditations on WeAudition.com? Really good audition preparation and mindfulness. And today's going to be great. Write down why today is going to be great. I mean, it's Tuesday. Of course it's going to be great. We've got loads to do this week. It's an exciting, exciting time. And if you're in America, we're in holiday season. So hopefully you're able to see, if not hug, your loved ones. We shall see. And tomorrow, what are you going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow I will. Is there something you're going to do tomorrow? You can't do it today. Is there something you're going to do tomorrow? So pop that down there. That works really well if we're doing a chain of things. If we're in a sprint, you can say, you know, today I did this. I'm in the sprint. Tomorrow I'm going to continue my sprint, continue doing well. That works really well as a little chain. Right, the next thing, I'm not filling mine out now. I'm just talking to you. Should be filling it out. That was the idea. Let's visualize completing our ideal goal. So let's visualize what that might be. Maybe it's receiving a phone call. Maybe you're at home, you've done lots of preparation, you've smashed an audition, you've had your recall, and you get that phone call, and it's a series regular on a massive new TV show. You know it's going to be a network TV show, dream come true. How do you feel? Have a think about that. It's good to have these things in the back of your mind. It feels great. Take that off the list. Take that off the list. Try and do that. It's a good thing to frame it in mind. What are you aiming at? Are you aiming at West End? Are you aiming at TV? Are you aiming at film stuff? What are you aiming at? And are we going to do something today that makes someone else feel special? I hope so. It's a nice thing to do. Are we going to do something that makes someone else feel special? Good thing to do. It all comes around in the end, if you want to think of it like that. But also, it's a nice thing to do. It's a nice thing to do. That's really, really good. It frames up your mind. Really good thing to do. It frames up your mind for giving, being part of the world, and not just expecting everything to come to you. Are you giving something else up as well? Are you giving something up for something else. I say this every day, but I'll go through it again. We haven't got finite time. If you want to do something massive, you have to give something up to make time for it. You just do. You just do. So are you giving up learning to play the piano for learning an accent? Can't do both. We could do both, but then you have to give something else up. Don't give up exercise. Don't give up sleep. Give up. Get up something rubbish for something amazing. Why not? Why not? During the day, hopefully, I put this little checklist on the right-hand side to try and remind me of things to do during the day. I don't do them all every day. I try and do as many as I can during the day. Exercise, reading a script with someone, massively important. Improving my memory so I can memorize scripts better, and reading a script really, really helps with that. Working on accent, and 5 minutes sessions of social media. Let's talk about social media as well. Hopefully, you've defined your actor brand a little bit. Hopefully, that matches a little bit about what you are. If you missed our live yesterday, check it out yesterday, because I talk lots about trying to find and writing down and searching inside for what your actor brand is. It should be part of yourself. It should be part of your authentic self. You should be pushing that out, because it's where your ship is going. It's the direction that you're going. So you should be taking that track, that same. You don't want to go in a different direction. But does your Twitter, for example, does your Twitter picture represent that? Does it represent what you want to be, your actor brand? Does your picture represent it? Does your bio represent you? Do you have your website link or your We Audition link or those profiles that you have? Do you have them in your profile? Do you have a pinned tweet at the top, something great, a review of something great that you've done, or a recent tweet, or something you engage with, or something you believe in? Are you actively contributing to that? These are all things that you need to think about. We'll go through them one by one this week, but Twitter is all about the conversation. It's all about the engagement. It's about conflict as well, and opinions. If you're an opinionated person, really good place to be. It's not necessarily about following, but studios do look at that a little bit. It's never a deciding factor. They also look at your reel as well. So make sure your social media is not offensive. It wouldn't give reason for anyone not to approve you for a job. Something Ramani said as well, and we all know about, but when you go for a big network TV job, when you go for a huge job, the executives there have to say yes or no. They have to approve the castings. So if you're doing something on social media that, they're going to Google you, make sure it's okay. Make sure it's not offensive. Make sure it's you. Make sure it's your authentic self. Make sure it is the same character, not the same character, but the same. Make sure it's acceptable for someone to approve you. Ideally, it will fit the same brand as the other stuff you're doing, and they'll say, yes, hell yes, book this person. That's the ideal. But we don't want to be putting people off. If it's between two of you, you don't want to be putting people off with that social media. And should it be personal or should it be business? I think a mixture of both is the consensus of opinion. Right, do you have a most important task? Pop that on there. If you don't have one, think about what you're going to do on Saturday for a sprint. I really, really, really urge you to shoot something for your show reel and work on your show reel next week. Really, really urge you to do that, because you can put a self-tape scene in your show reel. You can. I've been saying it for the 20 days. I use JD as an example. He has the best bit of his show reel that he shot as a self-tape at home on his own kit. Why not? Why not? You should do that. So pop that maybe as a most important task, and another couple of tasks in there as well. Right, at the end of today, we're going to say 3 things to ourselves that was great about today. We're going to write down something we learned. We learned something every day. I certainly learned something every day, and it's good to verbalize that, to put that on a bit of paper, and write down why tomorrow will be great, because it will help you sleep. I hope it will anyway. Anyone want to come and say hello? Let me know if you do. I just want to remind you that today Darren is speaking to Shan Sharma, who's a casting director, and talking about his tips for acting in commercials and television. And that's at 7 p.m. UK time, and it's 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So check that out. If it's anywhere near last night's, it will be amazing. He's always really, really good with those. They're always really good to watch back. You can watch them back on IGTV. Also, we've launched our meditations today, as I said. If you're a member of weaudition.com, if you're not a member, why not? But if you are a member, we've dropped those into the sidebar, so they're really easy to access. And there's meditations and guided thinking and guided meditations for everything from audition preparation to anxiety, helping out, framing your mind, and working on it not being a competition, because it's not a competition and it's a marathon, not a sprint. Just reading some of the comments here. Yeah, talking about sprints as well. If anyone wants to come in, just there's a couple of people there. If you'd like to, if anyone would like to know what I did on my sprint, I did that meditation. That's something we talked about a long time ago, myself and Darren. We put those together, and we had Darren approached some practitioners in LA that were right fit, and we got them on board to record all the content. And I was just finishing that off. So I needed to finish that off. So that was part of my sprint that I did last week. So I do these things. These are things that I've managed to do, and I do for you guys on Wheel Edition. So yeah, they're really, really good. Right. Let's have a little look here. So look, see if Nora would like to come in. Like to come in, Nora? Have a little look at that. So yes, just to reiterate, Saturday we're going to do our sprint. We're going to do 7 days, and if that could be a piece for your self-tape, that would be amazing. Self-tape for your show reel, that would be amazing. So we need to source the information, we need to put together character, record it, and then cut that into our show reel. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being part of this. Thanks for doing it. If you're new here, remember you can go to wheeledition.com/blog to download these templates and a run chart. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Smash it today. See you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.